All right, should be coming up now. So, for anybody that happened to see the first start of the stream there, we were actually playing VR Dungeon Night. Sadly, that was not the new. What was it called? Code? The Yeah, the new experience. I was thinking the what was the 3D map thing that they were talking about in a previous update? Yeah, yeah. It was not the digital map. It was just screwing around playing some VR Dungeon Night. But anyway, so we're back here again to play the Cursed Swamp tonight. Looks like a pretty interesting one. There's a dragon and cultists and all kinds of craziness. So we should probably just jump in here. So what do you want to play tonight? The choices, the choices. There's so many options here. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming. All right, that's a good idea. Rurik, Rurik the warrior. All right. Oh, let's see. What else we got to get in this? How about oh man, Horus is one of those heroes that looks like he'd be kind of like fun, but like like his path to purification is just not really awesome, right, for PvE because there's not that many people that have permanent effects on right at one time. In fact, that's a good point. Maybe I'll just talk about it instead of show it. I originally was thinking about showing the feedback that we had um, for Dragori and kind of going over some things. So if anyone's seen the stream we did with Alex a couple weeks ago, we went through like the first about 10 items or so of of this feedback already. It's also posted in the questions answers pin site. So you can go look at what we submitted there. But there's a few other things I added. Um, so one of the items relates to the Dragon Graveyard quest. There's a section in there where a living wall attacks you, and it's a little unclear exactly who. So the thing is, I think it's. I'm trying to remember now. I think it's only two heroes are automatically teleported into this small room, and the idea is it's kind of like you remember from A New Hope, in Star Wars where they're in the trash compactor and the walls are like closing in on you. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah. Oh, they can't hear you? Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. Here, I can probably try fixing it while we're talking about this. But anyway, so if you look at if you think about that movie and then add in like tentacles and things that lash out to like attack you and push you around, then that's basically what that is. So it's so you don't know if the if only the heroes inside the room can attack, or if it has to be somebody, if people on the outside can attack as well. Let me see here. Yeah, try not to go down the trash compactors. That's a pretty good idea. Oh man, I was trying to find it. I see where it is, and it keeps selecting my headset instead of Discord. Maybe I have to do like the output here. Maybe. Hello? No. Nope. Still not hearing anything. See, this is what happens when I decide to spend the first 20 minutes of the stream screwing around, and I can't even get it to go back to what it should be at. Oh man. All right. Well, I guess I'll just do some narrating. So, um, anyway, so that's the first one. Second item relates to the Iron Hand Fortress quest. During that quest, you have to move prisoners. Um, One thing that's a little unclear is exactly if the prisoners. I think they only have like a movement of like 3 or something. It's pretty ridiculously small. So the question would be if you can essentially use like a double movement to as your movement and your prime action to be able to move. Do you want to pick heroes while I'm reading out these feedback, by the way? Um, yeah, you keep picking. So you've already picked Rurik the tank, and just pick whatever you want. Um, so anyway, so yeah, it's a little unclear if you can use double movement, which would definitely be helpful because that's a long way for those prisoners to go, and it takes a long time, and I don't know if that's the intent or not. So that was another item we added. Then in the ghost mine, if anybody watches the Beard, who is another member of the community here, he has his own arena videos, so you should definitely check those out as well. He recently just did the Ghost Mine quest, and I've personally done it myself. It's one of the only quests that I've actually had to play twice because I lost the first time. And part of the reason is in that map, there's like dwarves, and your team, so your team's split up on each side of the map, two on each, and then you have to move to like the center basically and kind of like defeat these bosses. There's like a ghost mage and then a ghost warlord basically, and the bosses are shooting at you the entire time. They just shoot through walls, so you can't attack them, but they can keep attacking you. And if you attack any of the dwarf ghosts, they will activate all the other ghosts that are near them, and then they will all come attack you. And so it's really challenging mission if you go with the normal strategy, most people do when they're playing this game is just go through and attack everything, right? So it's extremely challenging game. You gotta like beat down a door too, and you're just getting pummeled the whole time. And anyway, if you watch his video, you'll see that his heroes, by the time they got close to only taking down one of the bosses, the mage, pretty much all of his heroes were almost. I think he had 2 heroes left. 2 were already dead, and his last 2 heroes were almost dead, and he still had to go through some portals and like pick up some other chests and then fight through another hallway and then fight the last warlord. So it's still like a lot more that he would have had to do. Anyway, so it's a very challenging mission. Next is the Capture the Orb. So if anyone watched our Capture the Orb video, which Definitely suggest you should. It's pretty interesting. At least the beginning is pretty good, and then it slows down pretty significantly by the end. And by probably about maybe 20-ish, 25 minutes or so before the end of the stream, we basically came to the conclusion that there was no way someone was going to be able to win. It was just going to be a constant battle of people just rolling and somebody getting unfortunate enough that they just keep missing enough that people can run, but it had nothing really to do with strategy. So that was another one to them go back, maybe revise the map. If you want to see that video, you'll see exactly why, and I'll get much more information on that. Let's see. Another one is if doors are used on a map. Oh yeah, so doors. Um, they're only listed in the tutorial map, but they're not actually listed anywhere else other than that, and in the rulebook obviously, but it doesn't give their stats or their like their defense or how much health they have. So you have to like keep referencing that, or you need to remember in your head, which I usually do, but it's little challenging to do that, especially if you don't play the game on a normal basis. You're probably going to forget. So it'd be nice if they could include like a little reminder for people. And speaking of that as well, I did already talk to Alex about it. He already told me that they're going to be revising the health and the defense of the doors. I'm sorry, which is good because the defense of the doors is 6, which is equivalent to, I think, let's see, the brutes, the shooters, the controllers. Yeah, they all have 6 defense. So, not having or having the exact same defense as the heroes is a little too strong. Next item is generally related to like reference material. So the rule book is laid out pretty well in Arena, but there's always room for improvement. There's a couple reference cards like here. Let's see. So we got like this card here, hero's turn, where you can do prime action, basic, special attack, heroic action, extra moves. And then on the other side is the conditions. This is the side we usually show in our streams. But there's 2 of these cards. There's one that shows what tiles are, right? Let's see. So even on this door sheet, look at this one, Code. I don't know if you still hear me or not, but the doors here, it doesn't say anything about like their stats or how much that they would normally have. It just tells them like what things you can do with it. I think the idea was to prevent people from just powering them down, but I mean that's a good question. Yeah, I mean, does a door really need defense? Um, when the Beard was playing his mission, which I actually sent him a message about to correct, he was just counting anytime his heroes would do their quote unquote basic attack. He didn't roll for it. He just counted it as it hitting. And so it would take a certain number of turns, which, I mean, hey, that may not be a bad idea. That might actually be a little bit of improvement because it is pretty frustrating when all you're trying to do is beat down a door and you're missing. Especially because you can only use basic attacks and you get no residual. So, anyway, so back to what I was saying. It's nice to have a reference that has a lot of information, which this isn't too bad. But what these pages could use, and this is what I included in. I guess I can't show anybody right now, but basically, if you've ever played the game Gloomhaven, if you look at the very back page of their rulebook, they have a picture of all their different like cards and game mechanics and conditions and scenario things and how, some monster stuff. But each of these items they list a page number to, which is really the genius part behind it. So let's say you're looking at this sheet here and you're like, okay, well, I want to know more about, certain terrains or something. But I don't want to just look at this reference, page. I want to see where it is in the rule book. It should have a page number written there, right? So that way you could quickly go look that up in the rule book instead of just looking at the reference if you needed to know more. So anyway, that was another item that we added. Let's see. Another was about basically the arrangement of some of the rules in terms of grouping together like PvE related items and PvP. Another one is the attack timeline. The attack timeline should definitely be probably included in these references because that's a really important part that people often forget about, and it's actually a really important part of the game. Um, I think the Beards, basically in his videos, he's made a lot of mistakes because he doesn't look at this. Like if you look on over here code, you'll see, right? It shows you each different part here. So you got your preparation phase where you're checking all these different things, and they have some of this thing I was even talking about where they list, where it is in the rulebook, and it's not prominent. This is page, what is page is this? This is page 17 of the rulebook, and it's probably one of the most important aspects of the game, in my opinion. Exactly. And I feel like you could almost take this and then either combine it or add something for like a villain flowchart too, right? So that way you're kind of like looking down, and maybe this could even be simplified some, but um, you look at that and then you can quickly read off things, kind of sort of like the boss thing, right? So when we look at the boss pages here in the quest book, um, right? We always start phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. It's a really nice way to go, okay, well, we're on that one, so we're going to read through and do all those things. That way, we're making sure we're not missing things. There isn't that really kind of thing for villains, so. Yeah. So Code was just saying, when you're new, it's really important to have this important information in front of you, really easy to reference. Um, so that way you're, going to be playing it right here, the first time, and you're doing all of the different things that are asked that you may, not already know. So. So let's see, 17, which I don't know if I've talked about that. You can remind me no, I think I have. I've talked a little bit about first aid, right? And how first aid hasn't been very useful at all in this game. Basically, to sum up what I said is, so the first aid rule needs revision. It doesn't provide enough of a benefit for the amount of cost. For example, you need to use a special token. You're going to lose 20 health for the hero that gives it. You have a token that can only be used, I think, once or twice. The positioning of the character that is giving the first aid, he has to be standing right next to that person that died. And then the person that gets resurrected, he gets summoned on the spot that he died. So that's part of it. And then it also costs a movement point too. So it's just crazy because it's like, wow, that's a ton to ask for an ability that's really not that great because you're trading 20 of your hit points for 20 hit points to give to an ally. Yeah, it's quite a lot. Yeah, just for revival. So, whenever I've personally played Arena, with my own game, I think we tried using it once and never again because it just was not useful. There wasn't much of a benefit to it. So, next one is hero. Okay, and this is kind of actually what reminded me of this originally. Here was Horus. So heroes like him, and then there's heroes like Zund. Um, who else? So what? But specifically, I'm thinking of heroes that remove permanent effects from combatants. So there's a couple things with this. One, it's really PvP focused. Usually, most of the time, I don't. I'm trying to remember if there is even any PvE enemies currently in this game that has permanent effects that you can remove. Because I can't think of anything. In PvP, there is that. So sometimes you can take off some really good permanent effects, like let's say with Rorik here, take off his permanent protected stat. That would be really good. But Horus's here, where he removes up to 3 combatants, and it's within 5 squares of him. It's like, for one thing, that usually there's only a couple people that have permanent effects, and then you're saying, oh, well, you get 3 of them, but then they have to be within 5 squares of you. So it's just not great. Sure, it's 24 damage. It is a range one, attack one. So it's just generally not. I mean, it's high damage, but that's about it. And so the suggestion I did give them a suggestion was that maybe if an enemy does not have a permanent effect remove, then the removal could do damage to the target or multiple targets if they can remove permanent, multiple permanent effects, or something to that kind of akin. So that way, you know, like Horus here, he gets some kind of benefit out of his effect. He's not just taking only the damage. So that's a another big one there. And uh, let's see, we have like Zund. Zund is another example of this one, um, where and actually maybe this is a separate one that I talked about. Yeah, this is a separate one. So this other one is related to permanent negative conditions. So what we learned in the Alex visit was that abilities like Nightmare, for example, it only applies to one enemy, and then that's it. So you don't get to like get the effect anymore. So in this case, someone is going to be weakened once per turn. Um, in PvE, not too bad. It's pretty decent that somebody could get that. Um, but it's not amazingly great either. And then, but for PvE, to, it's basically useless because it's unlikely you may want to use Nightmare on like just a random guy that will die in like a couple hits, and he may get like 1 or 2 attacks off, and then um, yeah, and then that's be wasted. And you can't, a lot of things you can't even put on you can't put bosses this on bosses, right? They'll take like 5 damage or whatever it is, or 12, depending on which boss it is. But it's not great. So and these are things I think I've talked in previous streams about how there's some characters that are a little more PvE or more well-rounded, and then other ones that seem more PvP focused. Um, Yep, another item here. Bosses needs for special attacks because there's people that get, you know, remove special attacks or whatever, and you can't even do anything with that. So that's another PvE related thing. We talked about the Hydra fight, which we've talked about in one of the previous streams here about how it was kind of simple. Obviously, we did make some mistakes, but hey, we got it figured out, and we'll probably play it again here pretty soon and try it again. But it still seemed relatively simple. Another idea was that the hero pads are a little bit underutilized. So they, have our abilities and you get your picture and stats and stuff. On the backside is just the picture, and that's it, which isn't bad. At the same time, it's the exact same picture of the same character that's on the other side, right? Okay, sure, you get a tiny little quote. Fire can warm, brighten, gather. I use it to burn, blind, destroy. Okay. I mean, none of the quotes have ever made me go, wow, that's awesome or something. It's just kind of, they almost seem kind of silly. Are they? Code seems to think that they're a reference to something else. So he's referring to Tamram. He says, "Brother, I find your lack of faith disturbing, but I am here to bring you a new hope." Oh, so it's for a Star Wars reference, I see. That might be true. They might all be references to like movies or other things. Um, but I mean, at the same time, it's the exact same picture in a tiny, tiny little thing of text, right? So they could way utilize that to either add some of that, reference material that we were talking about before, or maybe you have one side that's more PvP focused side abilities and the other side's PvE. Maybe you have this backside is for actual lore about this character instead of just a little quote. You have like this full page that tells you some information about him, which kind of get you a little bit more in the dungeon crawling experience. Um, let's see what else we got. Then we got the campaign book. Basically, I just kind of talked about how the campaign book is actually pretty good. Um, Only items I've seen people reference is some of the puzzles are pretty challenging. And there's the answers in the book, or you can go to the website. But sometimes the answers don't really give the full story as to why that's the answer, right? So you may want to know a little bit more. Why is Rurik over here? Did you just like throw him? You just throw him like this? You animal. So anyway, I've seen a couple people ask for a little bit more like a written down explanation as to why they are, which I think there's at least one BGG post that talks about some at least one question, but might be good if there was another post with all the answers or something on the website. And then the last one, this one was from another person in the community, basically just about the reaction attack description relating to how many movement points it is to, take a sidestep. For people that don't know, it's all of your movement points. So whatever class you're playing, let's see, everyone like Rurik, right? He's got 6. They got all the others have 5. Doesn't really matter. It's just all of it. All your movement points, and you can move 1 square, um, and then you've not incited a reaction attack. So anyway, the person thought that their current usage was a little too wordy. So that's pretty much it for the feedback. If you want to, see the actual document, check it out in the chat. But All right, are we all set up? Good. The Justice Friends. That's what you're calling it, huh? Okay. All right. I like where you're going with this. The Medieval Justice Friends. Still trying to find where the audio setting is here to change it to Discord. Still not seeing it. It's a huge pain in the butt, man. I'm gonna have to spend another time trying to figure this out. Some point here to get it updated. Well, anyway, um, you want to do this one? You up for this?
Do it.
He's up for it. All right. So we're doing the Curse Swamp. Goal is to kill the Skeleton Avenger. Secondary is to deal at least 70 damage to the Green Dragon. Kill all the villains. Event 1 spawns and the surviving heroes. Alright, so the heroes are going to start on this quest right next to this dragon. And then we have the first set of guys that are thrown down. So we have cursed statues. They have the object trait. Each round after the last villain, except the dragon ends its turn, randomly draw a fate card 1 through 3. Based on the result, activate a specific statue and place a villain adjacent to it. It immediately takes its turn, but on its first turn, it takes only one action, prime or move, if it cannot attack a hero. Okay. So Fate 1 is a green zombie. Fate 2 is armored Specter, and a Fate 3 is the Mystic Skeleton. So every time I do this, I always seem to forget to take out 4 or 5. Make sure to pull these ones out now. So now I got 1, 2, 3 there. All right. And then we got maximum number of green zombies given times 3. Armored Specters 3. Mystic Skeletons 3. Draw another Fate card if you would pass that limit. The villain's type is always the same for each statue. After destroying the first statue, place 2 villains from the statue's type adjacent to the hero who destroyed it. After destroying the second statue, place 1 villain. When you destroy the third, place no villain. Wow, there's a lot of... I didn't realize there was so many additional placement stuff going on. Like, oh, Jesus.
It's gonna be like playing chess.
I know, right? It was like, wait, did you remember to place this? I don't know. Every time you destroy a statue, a hero within 8 squares of it may regain 20 hit points. And then remove the fate card. Okay, chests. Dragon's Essence, a quest item. If the bearer activates the green orb, gain a level 3 artifact of your choice when the Skeleton Avenger dies. And B and C is regain 20 health. So chest A is this one right next to the dragon. Of course it is. Which you can only get when the skeleton... Wait. If the bearer activates the orb, gain a level 3 artifact of your choice when the Skeleton Avenger dies. So you had to pick up this and you have to activate the orb? Is this what it sounds like to you?
Sounds like that.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Then the green dragon. Oh yeah. Sorry about this, everyone. I'm tired. I had a bunch of kids over here today, so beat me up. Green dragon's behavior. The dragon will always take the shortest path possible to attack the mystical orb. The dragon will never leave this route or increase its distance from the orb. The dragon cannot move through heroes. If there is one in its way, the dragon will move as close as possible to the orb, but stop adjacent to the hero with whom the dragon will then attack. The dragon is always the last to attack on the round. The evil power instructions. Who is that?
The
The
swashbuckler has appeared.
swashbuckler has entered the battle. Um,
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I've got another person here in Discord now. Let's see. If the dragon can attack two or more heroes, the player chooses which. The dragon has both the orb and a hero within reach. It will target the hero. Until the dragon destroys the orb, it cannot spend its prime action to take a second move. Before the dragon destroys the orb, if villains are occupying one of its landing squares, remove their figures from the board. So is he going to be able to just jump this wall?
Yes.
Just start. Let's see, where's the orb? Is over here. So is he just going to be able to just start flying over to attack it, or let's see. Dragon will always take the shortest possible to attack the mystic orb. Dragon will never leave this route or increase its distance from the orb. Okay. So the mystic orb. To activate this orb, an adjacent hero must spend a prime action. Such hero regains 20 hit points, and event 1 happens. If the dragon destroys the orb or a hero activates it, event 1 happens. Okay, event 1. Undead Revenge. If the orb was destroyed, remove the dragon from the game. If the orb was activated, the players take control of the dragon, considering it a hero or an ally. Place the villains on the squares on the map indicated on the red board on the next possible squares if those are occupied. Alright, so green zombies are going to do... I've got a lot. Target takes plus 3 damage if it has 30 or fewer hit points. And then heroes that start their turn adjacent to it take 3 damage. And skeletons, they're ranged, not doing as much. Enemies adjacent to the target take 4 damage each. Basic strategy is pursue the hero with the highest number of adjacent heroes and lowest HP. Okay. And then the skeleton Avenger is the one that we're trying to kill. Destroy one ally adjacent to a hero. Such hero takes damage equal to the HP of the destroyed ally. What does that even mean? Destroy one ally adjacent to a hero?
So it destroys one of his own guys.
Oh, he just, okay, I see. So he sacrifices his own guys to do more damage to you. Got it.
Yes.
I was really confused for a second. I thought
I thought
it was saying the other way around.
I thought it was an instant kill. Like,
Yeah, I was
what?
like, oh, instant kill. Oh, this should be a fun one. We got the armored Specter. Move the target up 2 squares towards the green dragon. So yeah, he's just gonna get you in the dragon zone. And then Varak, the green dragon. So he does just 20 damage. When the orb is activated, Varric's movement stat becomes 8, and it can spend its prime action to take an extra move action. Varric is immune to effects. Reaction attack extended, like other dragons, home field advantage, and then other fun perks. So, alright. So, we're trying to kill this guy. And if we control the orb,
Control
then
the
we get to
dragon.
control the dragon. And I guess the dragon is going to continue to try to beat us down here as we run away from it and stuff. Yeah, one thing it notes too is how 2 heroes right at the beginning
They're stuck.
are already in reaction attack range.
This is another board that confuses me.
Yeah? Why is this board confusing to you?
You have to go through all the enemies to get to the orb.
Yeah. But so you have to go through all the enemies to get to the orb, but then the boss is like right
Right.
here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. It's a little confusing. Oh, I see. Okay. So I did make one minor mistake. He's not actually on the board yet until event 1 happens. That's
okay.
that's why it didn't make sense.
It's a little better.
Yeah, I mean I get used to just pulling stuff out when I'm trying to set up the board real quick for this. So he'll spawn once the orb is activated or once it's destroyed, and then we can attack him. But we got to get through all these guys before we can. So, all right, you want to get started?
Yeah.
You go first.
Um. Well, I'm gonna want Ruik's Epic Shield, so I think I'm gonna start off with that and hit my sidestep first into the dragon.
So you're gonna do a sidestep towards the dragon. Okay.
Flip my special and try to use Epic Shield. I rolled a 9. A 9.
You did epic shield. You got a 9, so that's a hit.
Yep. Sweet. So the dragon is. Do we have the token for the dragon?
Whoops. Looks like I forgot the token here. Alright. So he's gonna have a plus 70, and then his token. It's a good question. Is there a token for the green dragon? Not sure if there is.
Caught them while they were sleeping.
Might have to look at my physical copy and see if there is something here. So we can just pull out the. You're already trying. We'll just pull out the Elder Dragon one and say that's that
Yeah.
one.
He takes 20.
What was the ability used? Epic Shield.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Now you're 20 damage and you are permanently protected. That is a real good start there.
And that's all I can do for him.
All right. Do you want to play the next one here? I'm trying to sneak here and try to figure out how to connect the audio while you're
Okay.
playing here.
Let's play Zanuck next. And
You're playing Zanuck next. The Fire Sorcerer.
And they're gonna attack this red skeleton with
Inferno Shield. And you're attacking the close skeleton over here, or the red one. Okay. 20. Boom. Look at you. See? Maybe you should just do all the rolling. Don't let me roll. I'll just sit here and narrate the whole game. And you just roll the dice and play the game, and no problem. Alright, the Fallen Angel is gaining the benefits of Inferno Shield. Throwing cards. Calm down over there. You gotta calm down, man.
cards are flying everywhere.
Alright, I think you should be getting picked up now on the stream.
I
My
should be.
streamer mode somehow was disabled, and so it wouldn't actually connect to my Discord.
Hello, world.
And you hear yourself?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Okay. So we got Inferno Shield thrown down. Are you watching Mr. Swashbuckler? Or are you just listening in Discord here?
Yeah, I'm just listening. I'm not sure how to join the game.
Oh, I'd have to invite you. Did you want to join in?
Well, yeah, for starters, just to inspect,
Okay, so
and
you
then
just want
that.
to watch?
Yeah, I'm sort of looking for my mouse, so it has to be here somewhere.
Trying to find your mouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you just want to watch, you could also just watch on Twitch too.
Oh yeah, true. Um, yeah, well, I'll do that for now. Then I'll tell
Yeah,
when I find
probably
it.
probably a little easier doing that than trying to
Yeah,
invite you in and having you try to connect and everything. So,
yeah, I'll do that.
all right. So let's see. What should Mr. Oris do? So what's your goal? Um you're trying to like fight the dragon some right now, or are you trying to?
My plan is no plan.
He's got no plan. Awesome.
I just see a big scary dragon, so I was like, attack. I think. Well, see, here's the question: does the dragon fly over the walls, or it does not?
I think he would. That's what's kind of confusing about it. It's like so he's just gonna like fly over, but you would think he would try to attack, like the heroes, right?
Well, no, because he's always trying to take the path to the orb,
Yeah.
so he's not even worried about attacking the heroes.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna play as Zafar here, so I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. Uh, that's probably good. And she's gonna do Hungry Spirits, which lets her attack 2 different targets. She's gonna first attack the red one down here. This red skeleton. She gets a 10. That's a hit. So he's dead. And then the second one, which should be the blue guy. 11, that's another hit. That is 6 more damage. Also, he will take 4 damage additionally due to despair. Since the first hit was the guy that died, it's going to go to another enemy. So that will be blue. So it's a total of 10 damage to blue. Okay. And you are an ally within range, regains 4 hit points, which I think we're all at full health still, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we won't worry about that. And now I just got Mr. Oris here. Try to finish this up. What's he want to do?
Oh, he's gonna have to either attack the dragon or sidestep.
Yeah.
Unless you want to recite a reaction attack.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's another option here.
This is attack.
Yeah. So he can, let's see, sidestep this way. And then now he's going to use Dashing Strike, which lets him move up to 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to attack blue. Oh, God. Oh, slowed down right there. Alright, so that's a 4. Whoa, no. That's 5 residual, though. Alright. Now the enemies are going to get to go. So it says each round after the last villain, except the dragon, ends its turn. Randomly draw a fate card. And then we activate some statues and stuff like that.
Things and stuff.
Yeah. Alright, so they're going to go first. So, I guess blue. Mr. Blue. He is, what is he? He's a zombie, right?
Skeleton. Or
Well, they count as. See, this is the thing, is it'd be nice if there was like little labels or something maybe for this one. It's a little hard to tell which is which. Because it says he could be, sentinel or zombie figure. Well, wait. Because then the other one is a skeleton or sniper. Okay. Then we got the soldier figure. So I actually got these mixed up. So these should actually be, they shouldn't be skeletons. They should be zombies.
whoops.
Oh, well. Right. I mean, I think we talked about this other day when someone was asking, where's zombies? About the legendary box and how, nice it was to have and everything. And it's something different. And yeah, the miniatures look good and everything, but you don't have to have it. Really, the biggest reason to want to get it is just for the heroes that you can get in that box. As you get, if you're looking at the core core box only, I don't. Did he arrange it? Maybe he did arrange this in the correct. He did. I think. Yeah. I believe he did. So I never even noticed this before. So the creator of the mod has actually done everyone a little bit of favor here. If you go and look, I don't know if you see this or not, Codex, but if you look just here, this section that I have highlighted, these heroes are the core box heroes. Everyone that is below here,
I did not notice that.
all these ones were part of the what do you call it? The Heroes and Dungeons expansion originally, and then all the rest of this stuff was all part of like the either through the Hydra box or the Kickstarter box or just as a separate add-on. But interestingly, at least, this section right here is the heroes you would get. So if you don't get the legendary box, you're missing out on all these other ones that are outside of that area. Obviously, we're using 2 of the core heroes right now, but you get the idea.
It's worth the price of admission.
Yeah. If you can afford it, of course.
Yes.
All right, so green is guys. Oh god damn it! See, this is why I don't roll.
Oh.
All right, so he gets a 15 damage on Mr. Oris, but at the same time, zombie here, he takes 4 damage from Oris due to his circle. Just wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything else. I think we'll just get it to when we get to the dragon. But okay, so then the soldier, let's say he's going to go next. This is going to go away since we didn't pick this up. The soldier here. Oh man, he's going to be pushing people around and all kinds of fun stuff. Wow. See, this is how tired. Code, you got to stay on top of me, man. This is what happens when we keep
What?
playing these games here that happen later on. We forgot to pull our evil power card. Most important thing. Okay, so villains are hastened, heroes are slowed. Attack a hero whose basic attack is ranged within 6 squares of you. If not possible, use basic strategy. Oh boy. So Mr. Oris here shouldn't have been attacked. He should have attacked, boop, right here, Zanuck. So let's just say Zanuck takes that 15 instead. That way we don't have to just re-roll it again.
But that recites a reaction attack, too.
No, it wouldn't because he's hastened.
Of course.
Yeah. See, this is one of the items that I mentioned, I think in our Discord before, and other areas you may have seen this talked about. Reaction attack is basically impossible in PvE to generate. Basically, they made it so that way your own, the enemies can't be making stupid decisions that are going to kill themselves. So every case that would allow them to attack somebody that's not the closest or have them run around further too, they're always going to be hastened.
Gotcha.
So, all right. All right, back to this soldier here. So the soldier is going to go 1, 2, 3, and then he could attack either one. What are they going to attack? They're going to attack the attacker's basic is ranged within 6 squares of you. And then probably the hero with the, I don't know, it's equal. It doesn't say. So it could be either one. I think we would get the call on that, right?
Yeah, usually if it's the same, you get to...
At least, unless it said, like, basic strategy. But so if that's the case, we want him to attack Safara due to Inferno Shield. So, you want to roll this? You just keep the rolls going. Maybe we'll get lucky tonight. 10. All right, so that's going to be a hit. But at the same time, he is going to get, here it is. The next enemy who hits that ally from within 2 squares of it takes 4 damage. He's within 2 squares. So Mr. Soldier here has taken 4 damage.
And he's done.
And he should have done 12. Okay, then he gets to move the target up to 2 squares towards the green dragon. So Zafar gets pushed back. Alright, Mr. Sniper. I don't think he's going to have to move at all. The Mystic Skeleton. He's a range of 8 and an 8 attack. So he is going to attack Zanuck in this case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, just in range. Good. Oh, so close. Almost missed it. Alright, so he hits. That's 8 damage. And then enemies adjacent to the target take 4 damage each. So, Horus would take 4 damage as well. Wait. You grabbed the dragon. Did you mean to grab the dragon?
No, I did not mean to grab dragon. So he took 8 plus. So he took 12 altogether?
No. So Horus takes Horus takes 4 and Zanuck takes 8.
Zanuck takes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it says the Mystic Skeleton's basic strategy when he gets it, which isn't this, is to pursue the hero with the highest number of adjacent heroes and lowest HP, which makes sense because he wants, due to his effect, he wants to try to hit, uh, the most number of guys as possible, maximize AoE damage. Okay, so that is all the enemies there. So now the dragon is going to get to go. Wait, maybe. And okay, each round after the last villain, except the dragon, ends its turn. Randomly draw a fate card. Okay, so we need to do that part first. Number 2. Number 2 is an armored Specter, which I believe is another of the soldiers. We'll copy soldier over here. I thought I had taken out. Maybe I already put them back. Oh, they're over here. Here's the tokens. Alright, so we're going to make this guy blue. And this armored Specter is going to place a villain, activate a specific statue, and place a villain adjacent to it. It immediately takes its turn, but on its first turn, it takes only 1 action. So number 2 is down here. So he's gonna have to just run, which he has a movement of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. And then that should be it right there. And then we have the green dragon. The green dragon will always take the shortest possible path to attack the mystic orb. The dragon will never leave this route or increase its distance from the orb. The dragon cannot move through heroes. If there is one in its way, the dragon will move as close as possible to the orb, but stop adjacent to the hero whom the dragon will then attack. The dragon is always last to act on the round. The evil power instructions or effects do not affect it. If the dragon can attack 2 or more heroes, the player chooses which. If the dragon has both the orb and a hero within reach, it will attack the hero. Until the dragon destroys the orb, it cannot spend its prime action to take a second move action. And then before the dragon destroys the orb, if villains are occupying one of its landing squares, remove its figures from the board. Huh. So let's go back here real quick. The orb's activated, which it's not. He's immune to effects. And Barak. And I wonder if he doesn't get the flight thing.
I don't think he does. I think he's kind of stuck
It
there
doesn't
because
say anything about it, so it makes me wonder if that means he's kind of going this way.
yeah. But right now he's stuck.
Yeah,
'Cause he's adjacent.
Rurik's in his way.
So he just attacks work, I think.
Yeah, that's what I would assume there.
See, my strategy's coming together.
Yeah, it's really working out. All right, roll it up. 3.
3.
So that
So
is a miss. Okay, I'd like to point out a errata here from last time. I believe we roll again, and he gets a -3 to his damage if he hits. Which he does not hit because Rurik is protected.
right.
So that means he gets residual, which is 10 damage to Rurik.
Bam.
Actually kind of makes me wonder now about that errata. The -3 damage. I mean, normally, residuals aren't affected by, damage negation things, but this is like a special case because he got to miss twice if he would get a -3 to his residual too. But I'm guessing not because, it is a boss, and assuming those were the original intention of the rules, he needs to still do the 10.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, this goes back here now that we've used that. So that is the end of the villain's turn. So now it is back to the heroes. What are we doing there, Mr. Code?
We have to get this chest though, right? Right next to the dragon.
I don't think we have to get the chest.
Okay.
You can get a level 3 artifact if the bearer activates. So if you get the chest and that person activates the orb. Oh, yeah. So it's basically pointless for PV, like just doing a random quest because it says gain a level 3 artifact of choice when the skeleton Avenger dies, which is the end of the quest. So
it's for the
yeah, so it's worthless to try to get it.
I think we're gonna start with Zanuck.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe Aura should go.
Yeah.
He's got that dashing strike, and he can attack 2 different targets.
Dashing strike.
Dashing strike. So he's gonna first attack the soldier. Dashing strike. That's a 9, which I believe is a hit. Yep, that is correct. That's 9 damage. Then he gets to attack the blue zombie. Oh, that's a miss. Dang. I think it's a miss. He's got a 3. Yeah, that's a miss. But the one thing to note is the soldier. Let me pull out the card. Dashing strike. The first target hit can't make reaction attacks, which means if you want to, you can run past that soldier and have no reaction attack. So use, how about use Zavara here to, we'll do another double attack thing. She could use Hungry Spirits,
Yep.
attack red, and then try to attack blue. And that will increase her chances of being able to kill blue off. We'll do Hungry.
So did you take the damage to
No, I
the...
didn't move it.
Okay.
So he should have 9.
Plop.
Let's see. Should be here, I think, for 9 damage.
No, I thought you meant 9. Like he's got 9 health left.
Oh, yeah, sorry. 9 damage. Alright, so Zafara's doing Hungry Spirits. First on the soldier. 13, that is a hit. So that's 6 more damage to him. That puts him down to 6. Then, due to despair, another enemy within 5 squares will take 4 damage. That will go to this zombie. He's now dead. Then Zafar will use her second attack to attack the soldier again. 11. That's a hit. That kills the soldier. Awesome. Alright, now Zafar will take her move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. I
It's
forgot. These
swamp.
are, yep, these are swamps here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 is all she can do. Let's see, Oris, he should have been able to sidestep at least one, though. Zanuck has not gone yet, right?
Nope. So
Okay.
Zanuck.
Zanuck does he want to try shooting the sniper first?
Sure.
Get his accuracy bonus, his passive. There's one thing that a couple people were saying that they often forget about the passes, which it is easy to do. I think once you play this game enough and you realize that you've missed them a lot, you'll start every time when you're planning out your moves, that's the first thing you'll end up thinking of is how do I get my passive to trigger? And then, which ability will be best in utilizing my damage. So, all right, go ahead.
Do Inferno Shield.
Okay. Ooh,
Oh.
5. What's the sniper? Sniper's a 6. Just short. Alright, so that is still 5 residual damage. But Zanuck can move now.
It's 1, 2. I can pick up the flask, right?
Yeah. 3.
4, 5.
There you go.
So I gotta pick up a flask.
Zanuck gets
Hydro
Blood.
blood.
So you get a bonus to your roll. A target may move up to 3 squares and make 2 basic attacks.
That's pretty good.
Zanuck gets that one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Alright,
And
so
then
now Rurik. What's Rurik gonna do?
I think he's just gonna do crushing blow on the dragon.
Okay. Go for it. 19, that's a hit. It's 11 damage to the dragon. Does Rurik want to sidestep?
Yep, he's gonna sidestep 1.
Okay. That is that. And then the sniper's going to go, so we're going to pull an evil power card. Villains are blessed once per turn and ignore effects applied by heroes on all combatants. Okay. The sniper basic strategy, which his is actually altered. So for him, he actually is going to attack Horus because that's going to give him the most possible damage. He's attacking Horus. A 9. That is a hit. He is blessed, so I'll just throw it again anyway, but yeah. Alright, so that is going to be 8 damage to Orgs, and 4 damage to Zanuck, and 4 damage to Safara.
4 damage to Zanuck.
Man, I didn't realize he was so low already.
And 4 damage to Zephyra.
Zafara, yeah. Okay. And then this guy's gonna move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't believe he can use his second movement, right? I think that's what it said about them. Oops. Wrong page. Maybe he takes his turn, but on its first turn, it takes only 1. Ah, okay, so it's only the first turn. He can't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then we're going to pull another card. Fate card. Number 2 again. It's another soldier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. And then now the dragon's going to go. He is locked down here. Move 1 up. And he's going to attack Rurik again. Rurik's going to hold the line behind us. An 8. That is a miss. So you got to roll again. Uh, 11. He has, 11 defense. So that is a hit now.
So he takes.
So he takes 20 damage.
Is it minus 3 because it was the second roll?
I don't think so because actually the villains are blessed on this one. So technically that second roll counted as a blessed roll.
So that's 40 damage. I mean 20 damage.
Yeah, 20 damage.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a vicious hit there. Alright, so now it's back to the hero's turn.
Falls off.
Why is Fireball over here? How did this happen? Oh, man. What do we want to do now?
Let's see. This soldier's HP is still at max, so
Yep, yep. Did we put the extra token on there? Oh, And did we oh, did we didn't put a blue one here, yeah. There we go.
I think we're gonna want to do.
Gonna do Flame Blast.
Yeah. On the sniper.
Yep. That's a hit. That is gonna be 17.
Which is enough to kill it.
Yep. And then this soldier takes 4. Oh wait, 3.
No. 3.
Yep.
And
All right,
then
Xanac gets to move.
1, 2, 3, 4, and that's all I can move.
Yep. Okay. And then all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she can do let's do a Hungry Spirits on blue. It's a hit. Second time. Miss. So she only gets 1. So 6 damage to blue. Let's see. So 2 and then 4 more. And then you or an ally will regain 4 health. So Xanac gain 4. Alright, Oris here. So Mr. Oris here. So one thing I'd like to point out, and I'm going to do this here on this one, is Dashing Strike isn't actually movement points, right? It's squares, which is another item I think I talked about in the Discord recently. Is if you ever gain some kind of bonus to movement, it's never movement points, it's movement squares. So in this case, it's actually better because, right? So when you move for the swamp, for example, you need 2 movement points to move through a swamp square. Because of this, you just get to move 4 squares. So Oris here, he will do 1, 2, 3, 4. What's he got? He's only got 5. So okay, then he's gonna do Dashing Strike. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now Mr. Oris here is in position to be able to do his attack. He's gonna attack this guy. A 9. It's a hit, so that's gonna be 9 damage. Down to 5, I think.
He was at 16, so he's
Yeah, 7.
7.
Yep. And Rourke is the last one.
He's gonna do Crushing Blow again.
Wait. It is more damage, but do you want to do Warcry instead? Well, hold on for a second. Toughened. -3 damage when hit by an enemy attack. So actually you wouldn't get the benefit of toughened, I guess, on this one. Because then you'd be modifying the attack of the green dragon, which you can't do due to Overlord perk.
All right.
So,
So
yeah, okay. Might as well go back with Crushing Blow. For a second, I was thinking maybe get more benefit with Warcry, but you won't.
20.
20? Holy crap. 16 damage to the dragon. Dang, man. You're crushing this guy.
So 20. Then I want to sidestep 1.
Yep.
And that's it.
And that should be it. So now the enemies are going to go. The armored Specter here, he's going to do his attack on Horus, which will cause him 4 damage. Which will put him at 3. And he misses. So that will be 5 residual to Horus. He's up here. Next guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, 11, 12, and he is within range to attack Horus. So he has a range 2. And that one's a hit though. So that is 12 damage to Horus, and then he gets pushed back 2 squares. Alright, now we're going to pull another Fate card here. Shuffle it up. Number 1. Number 1 is the one that's way over here, and that is a green zombie. Zombies move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, we forgot to pull an evil power card.
Whoops.
Oh well. Heroes are vulnerable once per turn, so that'd be plus 3 more damage to Horus. So that's okay. We still played by the same rules, even though we did it out of order.
Now the dragon's got to move.
Yep. Now the dragon gets to move. Actually, he doesn't even need to move for his attack, but he's going to move up anyway because he's trying to get to that orb.
Let's see if it's a hit.
It's just kind of confusing that you could just do this, but maybe that is the idea of this.
I think that's a miss.
What was it?
I rolled a 9.
Yep, that's a miss.
So then I roll again.
Yep. So he'll get a -3 to his damage if he hits. So 10, that is a hit. So that will be 17 damage. Rurik's going to need some help.
Oh yeah.
He is going to need some help. Okay. Now it's back to the hero's turn. This might actually be a good time to do the heroic defense, maybe.
Yeah.
That way we don't lose Rurik already. Actually, now that I think about it, he has Iron Wall, which is basically
Same thing.
almost,
Plus,
well, not exactly. You don't get the heal. He does 20 damage, but he's immune to damage and effects from enemies.
let's go with that one.
Okay. Flip his special token. We're doing, yeah, Iron Wall on the dragon. That's a hit. 20 damage to the dragon.
Is that 3? Well,
3?
73.
What was it? Was he at 28?
He's at 28, sorry.
Yeah, so he should be at 8. Yeah, there we go.
78.
Yeah, 78. Okay, and then now Rourke is immune to damage and new effects from enemies. So now you can just move Rourke up because he will not take any damage from inciting reaction attack. There you go. Alright, this would be another good time for Horus to jump back in and did what he did before. And do dashing strike. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to attack the red guy first. 15. That's a hit. So that will be 9 damage. And he's attacking blue. Damn it! Ah, man! Missing that second one always really sucks. Hoping to finish that guy off. So the red guy cannot make reaction attacks.
Okay.
But sadly, the other soldier can. That makes it a little lame here, but could move Horus more, but I think he's just gonna stay there. What you want to do, Zanuck?
I think Zanuck is going to move up and then attack.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He's only at 5 movement.
Yeah. Oh, he's only at 5. So I'll move him there. And then,
Might be a good time to do. Do we place the health of this zombie?
no.
No. Where does token go? Oh, here it is. Zombies has what? 20 health?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 20 health. Might be a good time to do.
Fireball.
Yeah, Fireball might be a good one. Or Eternal Blaze, kind of powering him up, but so he gets empowered every turn.
Let's do Eternal Blaze.
Be able to one-shot any of these guys if you hit.
So let's attack. I'll kill the zombie, I guess.
He does
Or
have the highest health. The downside of oh man, it's tough because the armored specters when they attack Horus here, they're going to be able to move him 2 squares back.
Let's go after the red one then. The red.
All
It's
right,
got 16.
it's a hit. Boom, red is obliterated.
Now he's empowered.
Now he's empowered. He's ready to lay waste. All right, Zafara's turn. So Zafara here is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She is going to do. She's really liking this Hungry Spirits. It's really, especially if we get this working out, we can kill this other soldier. So we're going to do Hungry Spirits on the zombie. 11, that's a hit. So that's going to be 6 damage to the zombie, and then 4 damage to the soldier, which kills him. And then she gets to make a second attack against the zombie. That is a hit as well, so 6 more damage to zombie. And you or an ally is going to get to regain 4, so we'll give that to, yeah, or with Rurik here. It's 27.
Sweet.
I like this team you assembled. I like this. It's kind of a fun team. They're kicking butt.
Poking damage.
Yeah. Alright, so the zombie is going to start. We'll pull evil power card. Heroes are cursed once per turn. Basic strategy, so we got to remember the cursed. So the zombie is going to move up here, I believe, because he has to. Yep. And he's going to attack Oris. You want to roll?
Sure. 10.
10, that's a hit, so that's 10 damage. He's at, what's he at right now? 33, so 23. And the effect is plus 3 damage if he has 30 or fewer hit points, which he didn't at the beginning, so. I assume that's how this one works, right? I mean, do you think he gets the plus 3 damage now that Oris is now below that? Let's see the attack timeline. That might
No.
be.
It says here is that start their turn adjacent to you take 3 damage.
Where do you see that part?
Are we talking about the green zombie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says right underneath. Oh, the target takes 3 damage.
Oh, the contagion. That's what it is. We forgot contagion.
Oh, you're talking about the effect.
Yeah, I'm talking about the
I
effect.
think the effect it would go through because you do.
So if you look at the attack timeline, declaring target, declaration of target, enemy's reaction, striking, roll the die, apply results, modifiers, or other modifiers, determine if you hit. If hit, apply passive, apply area effect, apply effects in the order they are listed. So yeah, it would be because now he is below 30, so that's 3 more damage to Oris. Alright, so now we take the fate. Put our fate. Number 3. Number 3 is a mystical skeleton, which is another sniper. At number, yeah, up here. And he has a movement of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the dragon gets to go, right?
Yep. He's gonna keep moving this way.
Yep.
Can't do any damage, but
Which makes me think, would he just keep moving along? Oh, he only has a movement of 4, so he can't even go very far.
nope. That's about where he would go.
Yep. All right.
Holding down the fort.
Good job, Rurik. Hold it for another turn. All right, so now it's going to be the hero's turn again. This should be back up now. So does the zombie here, does he want to, does Zanuck want to try killing him since he's empowered?
Yeah. So let's go with Inferno Shield. Where's the dice? Here.
Rolling some Inferno Shield. 16, that's enough. That kills the zombie. Or was he right here?
Yep.
Alright.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4,
One
5.
more. Yep. Okay. And let's see, Oris here. So these guys were killed last time, so they come off. Oris will pick up a flask. Potion of Haste. You may move up to 6 squares before declaring the target. Ooh. Alright, alright. Might actually be a good one here. So Oris is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 squares away. He's got a movement of 5.
But he already picked up the flask, so he's at 4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. So he's got 4. Alright. I think we should really try to get so to defeat this orb, what do we have to do? Or activate this orb. To activate this orb, an adjacent hero must spend a prime action. Such hero regains 20 hit points and event 1 begins.
So basically, you just gotta run up to it, use your prime action, and you get the dragon.
Yep. So nobody's going to be able to reach it in 1 turn. So Oris is going to do movement 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. So he's going to now use, we'll just use the 5 movement. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so he's in position for next time being able to activate this orb. Safara. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, did I count that right? She was here, right?
Right,
1,
so 1,
2, 3, 4,
5.
5,
So,
6, 7, 8,
yeah.
9, 10. So it says, what was the thing about destroying statues? Every time you destroy a statue, you can destroy. How do you destroy statues?
They got cursed statues, got 20 HP.
Ah, okay. I didn't even see that. I must have missed that part. Do we want to try to destroy a statue?
I'm trying to understand what they do.
They summon these bad guys.
Oh, I think we would like to start going towards them after we get the dragon.
Yeah.
So I guess let's see what happens in this round. But I'm gonna have to move Rick 1 sidestep.
Yep.
This falls off, I think.
Yeah.
Darn.
So you could do an attack, or you could. Oris is getting low too now, man.
Hmm. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but
What, doing heroic defense or?
yeah, heroic defense, but
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I just
try.
figure he's gonna keep taking it, you know?
Well, next turn we're gonna get him, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might as well do it because he's gonna. If he hits, it's gonna take another 20. He'll be down to 3 already.
Yeah. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
All right. Heroic defense on Rourke. So he gains 18 hit points, and he is immune to damage for the next turn.
45. Alrighty.
All right.
And I'm not gonna damage the dragon because we're gonna get him. So.
Yeah. All right. So pull on evil power. Reinforcements. If there is only one foe alive, place a copy of a villain from this quest, except the Warlord adjacent to it with 20 hit points. If there's only one foe alive, there's technically two foes alive right now. The dragon and the sniper, so I would think this card doesn't count.
Nope.
So basic strategy, so he's going to attack Horus, which I believe he can do from right here.
Yep.
So he's going to attack him. 6, that is defended. Mystic Skeletons do 5 residual. That is good for them. Good for the heroes. Alright, here we go. Pulling next fate card. We get a number 1.
It's
So
another sniper.
that is a... No, not sniper. That's a skeleton, a zombie.
Zombie.
Yeah, another one of the zombies back up. And they have 20 hit points. And he's going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's right. But he can't attack. All he can do is move on this turn.
Sweet.
And then the dragon is going to move. 1, 2, 3. Can he fly? I think he can fly over him, right?
Yeah, just
1,
can't land up.
2, 3, 4. Okay. And then that should be it. So now it's the hero's turn. So Horus is going to use his prime action to activate the orb. Alright, so then Stat Hero regains 20 hit points. So Horus gains 20 hit points, and then Event 1 happens. So I'll start setting up for that. The Warlord is summoned to the board. Or I'm sorry, the Skeleton Avenger is summoned to the board. And then we got a whole bunch of guys now. Okay. We're gonna need some more zombies. Here. Here. We got blue as an option, I think. And then we got some more soldiers too. Man, look at all these guys. They're so angry. They're so angry.
Tokens.
I know, right? You need a lot of tokens to track all this. A all the tokens should be up here. Oh, green and blue. Change the color of this guy. So the snipers start at 20 health. Zombies start at 20 health. Pull this one here. Yep. And then we got red, but we need a green token. Sentinels. There you go. There, I can make all these so they don't snap right to. Whoa, wait a second. What are they doing? There. That's all those, and then soldiers. They start with 25. And we got a blue one. Where's the blue one? Yeah, blue one or red one. Okay. So now our goal is to kill this guy. It says maximum number of green zombies is 3. 3 armored scepter, 3 mystical skeletons. So we'd be tapping out here pretty much too with the number of bad guys that are out. And then where's the part it says about the dragon?
Just says that you control the dragon.
Where does it say that part?
That one, if the orb is activated, the player takes control of the dragon, considering it a hero/ally.
Yep. Okay. And now the dragon is an ally of us, which is very good. So it's our turn. Oris has he's activated this orb, so it's still his turn. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and back up Zafara. Okay. And then, so we got Zafara. Who wants to go next? We got the dragon in there?
Let's see. The dragon can only move 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
But he has a attack of a range of 2. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Oh, he'll be just. Oh, but he can use his second movement too.
True.
So he wouldn't be able to attack, but he can essentially get in the way.
So where do we want to move him to?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just let me verify. 1, 2. Yeah, so 3. He's 3 away, so he can't. So 5. Oops. 6, 7, 8. So he's gonna get right up on this Avenger here. Alright. So the dragon can't do anything else for this turn.
I think Zanuck. Let's see.
Zanuck can, does he want to maybe move back to like this corner area?
Yeah.
And shoot at the Warlord? Is it at 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the corner is just bad. Does he want to go back this way? 1,
Yeah.
2. So you were 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'd have to stand here.
Which is too far.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he wouldn't even be able to move all the way. Yeah, just I don't know.
let's move back here.
Yeah.
We're still gonna do Inferno Shield.
Okay. Yep. Pop it on the dragon.
Yep.
Good idea.
17. So that's a hit.
Awesome. So that's
Okay.
going to be
15.
12
Good.
plus 3 from Empowered, and Empowered is 3 more damage, so 15 damage. So his health is right here. That puts him, what, 55?
Yep.
And then the dragon, which I don't think we pulled a thing for, but you can just maybe put it out to the side here. Or I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe just put it on Xanic or something.
Let's just put it over here.
Okay. So he's shielded. Rourke's turn.
1, 2,
Rourke
3.
loses heroic defense now.
Yes. That's all I can
So that's all he can move?
do. Yep.
How many movement did you do?
6.
6?
Yep.
Alright, so an idea, a really good idea right now would be Heroic Schism.
Alright.
So all enemies will take 5 damage. We didn't take out tokens for the statues, but I don't know if we're planning to really attack the statues, so I'm not going to worry about that.
Well, now
Right?
if we do, we know that they're 15
Yeah.
HP left.
Yeah.
I just moved the stack of those.
And then, on top of that, um, you may move any number of combatants 2 squares each. So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. I don't know if that really changes anything over there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we can even help our own guys.
Right.
1, 2. Yep, you can move Xanac back. There you go. Horus. 1, 2. Actually, make him go here instead. 1, 2. That was a really good one to have. Really gives this was, especially for these two heroes, is going to be very challenging here in this next round because they're all going to get to start mobbing, running over and attacking them. So
About to get mollywopped.
yeah. Okay. So that wait. Did Safara go nut yet?
Nope.
She did not. Okay. So Zafara is going to use. How about? So she hasn't gone yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so she is gonna do Dark Light to the Warlord character, the Avenger. Ah, come on. Alright, so that's 5 damage to the Warlord. Wah wah. Oh well. Okay. So now it's the enemy's turn. We'll start with the Warlord. Villains are hastened and empowered. Once per turn, attack the hero with the lowest HP within 6 squares of you. Let's see what it says about the Warlord here. So, he has a ranged attack 2. Destroy one adjacent ally to adjacent to a hero. Such hero takes damage equal to the HP of the destroyed ally. range and vision. So destroy one adjacent to a hero. So he has to be um, the enemies have to be closer to this guy. So does that mean was there an order to this for the Warlord? I forget. For some reason I thought maybe it was just the dragon. Yeah, maybe it doesn't say anything. This
Nope.
seems like one of these things where the intent should have been essentially saying, oh, wait. What? Oh, we've screwed up.
Oh.
The green dragon actually gets to make his attack. So freedom, when the orb is activated, Varak's movement stat becomes 8, and it can
Ooh.
spend its prime action to take an extra movement action. So he actually gets to attack the boss. So you want to roll for him?
Sure.
18. That's 20 damage.
Smack. Damn.
Yeah, man, getting a dragon on your side, that's
Pretty powerful.
huge. Yeah. So anyway, back to my point. So the Skeleton Avenger, he gains a bonus by his enemies basically being on top of our heroes. The way to optimize the damage for the enemies is all of his other minor guys to make their movements first, and then he attacks. But there's
I think.
nothing written in the rules here about that happening. Um, at least I didn't see it, or if I did, maybe I'm missing it here. I mean, I'm sure somebody can probably tell me that I'm playing this wrong, which is perfectly fine. If I'm playing it wrong, I want you to rather speak up than let me continue to look like a dummy on here. So I'm just going to play it like how I think maybe they intended it to be, and then we'll go from there. So we'll have the zombies move up. 1, 2. He's going to attack Ors. 11, that's a hit. So that's 10 damage. Plus 3 now, because he's below 30. Okay.
Okay.
And then this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. Attack
Within
the
6.
hero with the lowest
H.
HP. Oris was the lowest. So that's still accurate. 5, that's a miss. That's 5 residual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the sniper, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need to go one more over. He as well is going to attack Oris. You want to roll this one?
Sure.
6, that's a miss.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's their movement? 6, I think. Yeah. 6. That's not going to be close enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So being able to move all these guys back definitely
Made,
stopped
yeah.
some of these attacks. Like these snipers would have been able to, all 3 snipers would have been able to attack. This green guy, this one would have been able to attack as well. So that definitely a huge bonus. Okay, so now the Warlord. He's going to attack the hero with the lowest HP within 6. So that is Horus. And he's hastened, so he gets to just move over here. He only needs to move like here.
There. Yeah.
Alright, he's going to roll. 3! But I think does he does get Overlord perks, so he gets to roll again. You want to roll it this time? And he'll get a -3 to his damage. Yep, so he hits. So he'll do 11 damage to Horus.
Set 1.
And then, but this is probably going to kill him. Then destroy one ally adjacent to a hero. Such hero takes damage equal to the HP of the destroyed ally.
Wah, wah, wah.
So, yeah, so he'll probably destroy one of these guys. Kill Horus. That's still pretty good. Alright. So now it's going to be the hero's turn. What do we want to do there, boss?
I want to do something fun. I want
Yeah.
to use Fireball.
You want to blow crap up?
I do.
Just fireball these guys. Well, you're kind of in a bad spot now. Where you at? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you'd be able to hit them because you just have to hit this spot right here,
Right.
and then you hit all 3 of them. So go for it.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I can move though.
Yep, that's okay. You
Okay.
still hit there.
Target that area.
Special used. All right. So who you attacking first?
Oh, I hit the Warlord first.
Yeah. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. 19. Boom. All right. So that's 18 damage plus 3 from Empower. So that's 21 plus 4 from Accuracy. That's 25 damage right there, buddy.
He's dead.
He had 25 left?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Damn, man. All right, let's roll these other ones. I'm just curious just to see what you get. See if you can kill all the zombies. Rolling against green. 3. It's a miss. All right, throw in the next one. This is just for funsies. Obviously, the game's over at this point. All right, and then yeah, you kill blue. So, still, that's pretty awesome. That dragon is freaking strong, man. I wonder if we were playing the movement wrong.
I think we need confirmation if he can fly over walls, because...
Yeah, he was like supposed to go attack the orb, but he only has a movement of 4. It's a little unclear if he's supposed... I mean, just the way that the map, like, you know, the way we played it and the direction of this map makes me think that the dragon is supposed to... Yeah, he's supposed to be moving up this way. But who knows? Maybe he can just fly over the wall.
Of course, that makes it really next to impossible to get that. So I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, so that wasn't too bad. Did we even complete the secondary? Deal at least 70 damage. We almost did that one.
Mm-hmm.
Had we done one more attack on
Which
the dragon, we would have
we could
accomplished
have.
that. And then kill all villains. Event 1 spawns. Oh, no way. That's a lot of guys.
Yeah, you would need to swap out Zanuck with like Avalon to just to
Yeah, I
keep
mean,
using.
there's six bad guys that are all spawned on that one. So, and we took, oh, well, 7 if you count the Warlord. So we took them down pretty quick. I like this team. I might want to do this one again at some point. I like these guys. They got some interesting synergy. You got Zafar with some support but damage. You got Horus here is like moving around the battlefield like a freaking maniac.
Bruce
Zanuck
Lee,
blowing things up. Rurik just holding the line, taking that damage.
fun team.
Yeah, definitely fun team.
I just picked 4 at random. I was like, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good.
That was a good selection, man. Good selection. Well, anyway, that's the end of our stream for tonight. Don't think I'm trying to remember if I have any news basically to give out. I don't think I got anything too big today. Talking about Alex, in regards to like this feedback that's going to be included for the revamp of the rulebook, quest book, campaign book. So, and anything in the first wave or the first, well, yeah, I mean, essentially the first wave for Arena. So, gave some feedback. Only bigger items was, some changes to doors that are coming, which isn't
So,
really anything super exciting.
do you know if you have chosen the legendary box, do you then get a second edition of the rule?
Yeah,
Or
are you a first backer or a second backer?
yeah, I'm a first bagger.
So, oh, okay, so you backed the first
No,
campaign?
sorry. Yeah, I backed the first campaign. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so if you want the updated rulebook, what you need to do is you need to make sure to add the I think they call it just the legendary box add-on. So it's the box itself. It comes with the inserts for the reworked heroes, and it includes the new rule book, the new quest book, the new campaign book.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm all in already. I was just curious whether it was with or if it they just sort of attached
Yeah, I
a
mean,
new
I
sheet or
think
something like that.
I think the rule book they may make available. I'm not sure. I think they may do that. I'd have to probably get clarification on that one, but for sure you'll get a physical printout copy of the updated rulebook if you get that add-on, and that's the one that's priced at like I think it's like $19. So it's not too bad, especially if you're going to be getting, you're a first campaign backer, and you're getting all these reworked heroes. You're not going to have anywhere to put, any insert or anything to hold them in.
No, no, and I mean there were some fixes to the to some of the campaign books as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think,
Some of
yep, there's gonna be some fixes that. I mean, all the errata items that's listed online, I'm pretty sure are gonna be all included. There may be some other items. Alex hasn't really given me a
and
lot
some
of
of the
detail.
mysteries as well. I mean, the first quest on Ifahel Citadel, the one where you have to guess the spikes and sort of yeah,
Yeah, the skulls and all that. Yeah, that one.
yeah, exactly.
That one's a mistake right at the beginning, which is kind of disappointing,
Yeah.
honestly. That the very first puzzle of the game is incorrect.
Whoopsies. Hey,
So yeah, it'd be definitely good one to get there. It's not really that expensive or anything to get.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Neither should your arena.
Yeah, right. And then of course, like us from the community too are trying to improve the game for everyone as well. So, a lot of the items that you've probably heard me talk about in some of our other videos is a lot of these same items that I submitted and I've spoken to Dragori about trying to fix. So, not that what I'm saying is that they're all going to get changed, but at least there's a possibility that some of these things will get fixed in the
Is that some
future revisions.
balancing issues or?
Well, I mean, this video here, you can probably go back and actually spend the first, probably like 20 minutes of this video talking about what feedback I gave them. But I mean, just in short, there's a bunch of little items here and there, a bunch of things related to how like some characters are good for PvP versus PvE. So like one I mentioned tonight was about Path of Purification here on Oris. The effect of his ability is he can remove up to 3 permanent effects from combatants within 5 squares of him. There's very, very few cases that you will ever actually utilize that to maximum potential. In PvP, you will never utilize that in PvE because I don't think there's a single. I was trying to think tonight if there was any event or thing that has a permanent effect that you need to remove, and if there is, it's a small case. So you will basically never use that effect, which is a
True.
little disappointing. I mean, sure, it's 24 damage, it's a good hit, but same time, it's pretty disappointing that you have one that just does
Same
attack
goes for
damage.
same goes for Garyon, who sort of has two special abilities that negates the enemy's special attacks, right?
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, Garen's Master Stroke. He gets to remove a special attack. Uh, there is one. No, I think it's one or two bosses that have special attacks. None of the others do, and then none of the normal guys do. So that doesn't do anything. And then Memory Thief, removing a primary attack from enemy. You can't do that for like bosses or anything like that. And so there's things that are covered in the Overlord rules, but still the benefits are very small. The best thing about Garen is his backstab ability in PvE. He can almost always get the exposed and get the +5 damage that he would get. So it's like a 16 base primary attack every time, which is good, but that's like the only thing you can do with it.
I think Alex spoke about this at some point, didn't he? Where he sort of stated that, well, some of the heroes were obviously much better or superior in PvE, right? And vice versa. Some other heroes were better at PvP, right?
Hmm.
So you also have Elaine, who sort of are able to control the
Yeah,
the
Elloraine.
enemies, right? Yeah,
Yeah, the
Ellering, yeah,
the
exactly.
telepath. She
Exactly.
yep, she's been brought up a lot as well. People consider her for PvP. For PvP, probably the strongest hero because of her ability to, like removing special attacks and moving heroes and using special attacks against people. And it's all very strong abilities, but for PvE, it's basically useless.
Exactly. Uh, is it? I wouldn't imagine it is. It's an easy job to sort of balancing out these
Oh,
heroes
definitely
for
not. Definitely
the
not.
PvP and PvE part.
Yeah, it's not, and every game that tries to do both kind of things is always going to struggle with that kind of balance. And there's different ways games have done it where they either have two completely separate abilities that are only used for PvP and abilities only for PvE, or they take variations of them, or they provide additional effects or modifications depending on the modes. Um, but yeah, it's a real challenge, I'm sure.
I'm sure they're having a fun time figuring out the new heroes.
I know, right? I mean,
Because, I mean, they had how many years to design these guys compared to,
yeah,
I, I guess, however long it's taking for Daenerys to be done. But
yep, yeah. I mean, well, I mean, not even just that too. They designed this game with all these different classes and how they were going to be unique and different, and now they're going to be adding like these crossover heroes that like do two classes at one time.
on top of the 3 original guys that are also dual class.
Yeah,
So, I think they're
it's
all dual class.
it's going to be a tough balancing act. I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen. I mean, something, if anybody is watching this video later on, why don't you throw a comment in, I don't know, you can put any of them, Twitter, Facebook, Discord, YouTube, Twitter, whatever you want to do. I asked this in the uh, Discord community is, who do you think is the weakest hero in the game? And it could be for PvE or PvP.
That's a tough one, though.
Yeah, I can tell you much easier who I think the stronger characters are, but the ones that are weak is a lot harder. I think, if anything, there's certain characters that are a little too corner case or only specific to certain things, and other ones that are more versatile, but nothing that makes me go like, wow, that guy's really bad. I do kind of wish Askren was a little bit stronger, but I mean, that's just my personal opinion because he's cool looking. Who do you think my favorite character is, Code?
Your favorite character? Well,
Favorite hero
dang. I
choices.
think you mentioned it before,
I
and I'm
might have.
drawing a blank. Thought it was one of the brutes.
No.
Not see, I don't even know. Not even close.
I think I probably did say that the Minotaur is closer to one of the better characters, but it's not him. There's a lot I like, but I actually like Rankar, the
Really?
Dragon Avenger, the best. So the reason why, so the Bruisers are just really interesting when you compare them to the other classes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, they're their own class that's, sort of like the tank but different, and but then they're on the front line doing different things. So what's interesting about them is because each of the brutes are completely, like, they're all mixed variations of the other classes.
Mm-hmm.
You got like Vanris, who's just freaking just doing massive damage and a little bit of like controller ish, type stuff. But he's just mostly doing damage, so he's kind of like a almost like a brute in some ways. You got Askren, who's kind of like a healer slash tank. Um, he's up there throwing toughens and protected and healing people and bless and that kind of craziness. We got Horus, who's definitely like kind of like a controller with interrupts and removing permanent effects, and a little bit kind of like of a tank too in some ways with like Kai
Mm-hmm.
barrier. And then you got the Dragon Avenger. The Dragon Avenger. He's pretty awesome because his first ability makes him blessed, which is one of the coolest, and ignore curse, which makes him, it's very good chance that he's going to be able to make his strike, and it's a range too. I mean, it's 11 damage, so it's not the highest damage, but it's more of a tanking type ability, and it makes him immune to new effects from enemies. When you play this in PvP, it's really strong. I did it in a game where I charged up Rancor, and he's on like the front line, and he's using that ability over and over and over. And everyone's like, "Ooh, I hit you with my ability, and I get to do blah blah blah." I'm like, "No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm immune to that." So you got that, which is an amazing ability. Then you got Searing Vengeance, which you get to put cursed on somebody, which is really strong. And then the +5 damage. I mean, I kind of wish maybe the Mark of Death was a little bit easier to apply, but if you can get, make this a 16 damage. And even if you miss, you can turn this into a 10 residual, which is freaking amazing. So you're like, if I feel like I can miss and it's not a big deal, I'm gonna throw Searing Vengeance and do 10 damage even if I miss. Then to top it off, you got on his specials, you got a res, which there's only a certain number of reses in the game, which is really good.
Pretty busted to
Yep.
add.
So he gets to revive somebody, and he gets to heal either himself or somebody else. And then his other ability, Mark of Death,
Oh, you
is.
forgot to mention, even if he misses, he regains 20 HP, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
exactly.
still
Yeah,
strong. That's still
life
strong.
explosion. Even if he misses, yeah, he regains 20 hit points. I mean, let me check some of the other. Uh, yeah. Oh wow, 15, 15. Yeah, even the other healers, when they miss, uh, they only gain 15 hit points. So his miss is even better than the healers.
Pretty busted.
So then, Mark of Death, he, ranged attack 25, which is, a very strong hit. Then he gets to apply his circle of retribution, so he doesn't have to be adjacent to somebody. They just have to include him, so that helps boost his damage a little bit more. And then, similar to like Searing Vengeance, is even if he misses, that target takes 15 residual damage, and it's not spent. He gets to use it again.
Yeah. And again.
Yeah.
It's just all around. It's like, holy crap! There's
He's
nothing you can't like about this guy.
he's really really strong, and on top of that, you sort of said it already, but he's the tanky bruiser that is able to revive his allies. I mean, that's a nice trump card to have in your in
Well,
your
and
sleeve,
and
right?
so kind of what I was leading up to earlier when I was talking about how all the bruisers fulfill like different aspects. The other bruisers, they fulfill they're it's kind of like us talking about the dual classes. Oftentimes most of them are a dual class, like they're doing damage and tanking, or they're or like Askren, tanking and healing, or Vanris, who's doing like control and damage. But the Dragon Avenger, he actually fulfills basically all four roles in one character. He's tanks with Dragon Blood. He does damage slash controlling with Searing Vengeance. He does healing with Life Explosion, and he just pure brute crazy shooter damage with Mark of Death.
It's a pretty versatile character, man.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
And to top it all off, let's look at this miniature. Where is he? Where did he go? Look at this. Look at this, people. Come on. Look at that. You know how excited I was when I saw that? I was like, holy crap. That is an awesome looking miniature. You got a freaking guy with his sword slammed through the skull of a dragon. That's freaking awesome. Especially when you compare to his original model. Look at this. This is
Yeah,
garbage.
so
Pure
garbage.
garbage.
Get that out of there.
Yeah, right? I mean, most of the other heroes, they're kind of like, ooh, like here's Katarina. Eh, it's an improved version, but it's basically the same model. Freaking the Dragon Avenger is completely different model, and it's 1,000 times improved.
I think, yeah, I mean, compared to all the other ones, I think he's the most.
I mean, there's a couple other that got some very. I mean, you got Jirana, which is different. I'm not crazy about her new.
So, what's your favorite new model
Favorite new
other than
model?
Renkia,
Probably
obviously?
I
that
mean,
one. That's
Rankier is
Yeah.
pretty freaking sick, man. um, Otherwise, who would be another one? I mean, there's ones that kind of surprise me a little bit. So Liana, hers is basically the same model, but the extra little like monkey with the treasure chest. I just love that, man. I love like throwing in that
Yeah.
little extra detail that wasn't even really
that's
needed, but
yeah. That
throws
I
in some
laughed.
flavor, right?
I was
Yeah, that's
laughing when
great.
I saw that.
Um,
I was a
A
little
lot of
turned down by Morlock's new miniature with the stiff
yeah,
hair.
yeah. So yeah, the Minotaur.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
looks a little cowish
Exactly.
than just like a big bull man. I do like Sir Eric. I do like the extra detail they put on him. Actually, Ustar, his is pretty cool with all like the skeletons like basically trying to like crawl out of the ground near him. That's pretty awesome. I will tell you and I mentioned this on Discord this last week, the worst miniature from original arena is Juliet. I have her here. I took the picture the other day. Horrendous. And people that got like subpar versions, it's even worse. She's just like a big like blob basically on a base.
call her Melt Man.
Um, so the new Juliet, I was actually kind of surprised, when they were doing those reveals, that they didn't bring her up earlier because her new model, looks definitely a lot better than the previous one. But especially because her original was so bad. It was like, why don't you take the worst model and then compare it to the new one, and people would be like, oh my god, that's fantastic. But
Yeah, I mean, some
they
of
never
the old.
jumped on that, so. What were you gonna say?
I was just saying, some of the old ones, like, just the low quality compared to what they are now. It's insane. It's like night and day for some of them.
Yeah. I will say though, like let's say Qatar for example. I always think his model is so weird. Uh, and you can't really tell in Tabletop Simulator. I wish I could had like a webcam or something I could show you guys, but uh, he's at this weird turned position. When you're just putting him back in the box, sometimes you get confused exactly how he's supposed to fit in there because it's so awkward of a pose. And then they decide to go with this new model where it's like, hey, we're going to continue with awkward poses. Like, I think it's an improvement, but it's still a little weird. Still in like but anyway, so back to the original point. I mean, most of the other characters. I mean, Zund is an improvement. I think he's a little bit better, but
It's a lot better.
really, there, I almost kind of wish you didn't throw him off the side, just because the difference between the original. I mean, look at
I'd run
this.
back.
This is ridiculous. How is this? This is not even the same freaking character. It's like, you know, left.
Level 1 character and a level 50 character.
Yeah, right. It's like that, or it's like, let's say you're in high school, and you're the not even high school. You're like the kid in elementary who's all geeky and stupid looking, right? And no one wants to be your friend or talk to you. And then you come back to your school, high school after summer, and you're suddenly like the freaking cool kid. You dragging a giant dragon head behind you. But anyway, well, that's probably enough. Just blabbering away over here. Anyway, hope you guys liked what you saw. Let me know if there's anything else you would like to see in the game, or maybe you just want me to talk a lot less. I could do that too. Um, we got how many more weeks? We got essentially just slightly over 2 weeks till the end of the close of the pledge manager here. So if you're interested, better get on it quick, because if you're not a first time, um, if you're a late backer, this is gonna be your last opportunity before it gets expensive, and maybe not everything's there. So get after it. This is a great game if you can afford it. I know it's a lot, especially for new people jumping in. Um, I'll super mention real quickly, if money is super tight for you, you can't afford anything beyond the bare minimum, just get the core box. Bare minimum, just get the core box. Play arena, you'll have a blast. Even with only the 12 characters, you'll have a good time. If you can afford a little bit more, get Arena and Tenaris Adventures. That way you will have a ton. You'll get a ton of new characters. You get a whole bunch of new villains and bosses, and a bunch of extra things, and the gigantic campaign that will last you a ton of time. So even bare minimum, get those two, and then after that would be the legendary box, which we talked about earlier. Open up all these other, I think it's 18 more characters, a bunch of these extra miniatures, which are mostly just cosmetic, like these zombies and stuff we're looking at here. Yeah, the zombies. And then you got like dwarves and other stuff like that. They're mostly cosmetic, but then there's other stuff, other bosses, and then there's the Elder Dragon, Hydra, Bruisers, all kinds of fun stuff in there. So definitely get those if you can. And then if you're even rolling in that much more money, then get the probably the dragon collection, right? I mean, you want to get those awesome new freaking dragons everyone's seeing all over the web.
Painted.
Well, sure, if you're just rolling in it, then yeah, get them painted too. But I mean, we've already seen some pictures of these models in real life, and they look great. I mean, even the hero models are looking great. So if you're even just like, holy crap, I just want these freaking miniatures, then get it. Just get it.
I think.
But you will not be disappointed by the gameplay either. So even if you're coming only for the miniatures, try the game. You'll love it.
I think if you live in the United States, if you want one of everything, including extras, all the mats, everything possible, I think it comes out to about 666. So I
Yeah,
think that's
it's steep. It's
it's
steep.
deep. That's
And the conversation that happened earlier was, people coming in and saying, "Hey, I could buy like 2 other Kickstarters or 3 other Kickstarters for the price of that." And it's like, yeah, it's probably true. At the same time, you're essentially already paying for 2 Kickstarters, right? This is the second campaign we're talking about. This isn't Dragori's first thing, right? We've already received the stuff you watched us play, so you can't discount the fact that I spent what 200 some bucks or whatever just buying the original stuff. So if you want to get all these things too, you probably should expect that you're gonna have to pay at least, you know, pretty close to what I did too to get that same stuff.
Yeah, it's about the same.
Because I mean, most of these miniatures and everything, that's not cheap to make. It's not like they're holding some crazy high profit margin or something over there. They're it's definitely not cheap, especially with all these improved miniatures now. So
They're also, you can look at it as an investment because I mean they're going fully into this. I heard Alex when he was on stream that they're gonna keep pushing stuff out.
yep. So jump on the train if you can. But
it's, it's hard, but it's
oh yeah. So we should have
Ha-
a
have,
update tomorrow, right?
tomorrow, and then one more will be at the end of the month, the last day before the
Yeah.
pledge closes for Wave 1.
Are you saying something?
yeah, well, I was just curious if you knew anything about the tournament rules or the tournament in general. Uh, are they planning on arranging something at some point in time, or is it just mostly for fun of it and just for people for
Well,
themselves to use, or
it's
what about that?
interesting you asked that because I know Dragori originally in the campaign, that was one thing that they talked about a few different times was how they wanted to. I mean, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head here, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing them saying quotes of essentially they would like pay money to like try to set up, you know, different areas to like be, judges or whatever for people playing this game and doing tournaments. At the same time, they're small developers, so maybe they're kind of trying to get a little too deep into the water that what they can actually do. But their hope was that a lot of people would be playing this. People could be running tournaments, which you can run at your own house, but because of all the COVID stuff, which I've talked to Alex about, he's told me that he hasn't gotten as much community um, that community time that he was expecting he would get to do uh, because of like the COVID stuff. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, their hope is to be able to push this more, but now they're doing a can't Dungeons and Dragons book or whatever, and
With minis.
it's gonna be a lot. I don't know how they're gonna really be able to keep up on these other things.
Well, I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say to that one. That one it's still a shocker to me.
Yeah. I I kind of get the feeling it's one of those things that Dungeons and Dragons is definitely what inspired this game, which we already know from the previous video with Alex. And they were excited to be able to like, oh, we made this game and that's really cool, but we really like Dungeons and Dragons, so we kind of like to expand our actual like game world we build with making the game we actually love, Dungeons and Dragons, which is cool. At the same time, it's kind of like, all right, well, I mean, you could also, focus more in on this game too, which they're still doing, but I kind of maybe thought that it would be a longer time between those. Like essentially that this game would be the Tenaris Adventures would be wrapping up, and then that would come out. It
Yeah,
would be
I find that funny because they even mention a couple times they want to ship that around the same time as Daenerys Adventures.
yeah. Well, and
So
that was the reasoning of saying, oh, well, we're gonna help people save money by you know, being able to buy the book and then shipping it with Tenaris Adventures.
I mean, I plan on supporting it, but I don't know. It's a little too early because we don't know what else is in there, but
Yeah, yeah, we just don't know yet.
should know within the next couple of weeks.
Yep. All right. Anything else?
No.
You submitted the questions to Gregory, right?
Oh
Or
yeah,
the
yeah. All the feedback
okay.
I've already submitted. Alex is looking at it tomorrow. He'll probably he even email. It's actually kind of ridiculous because I feel like the amount of time that I put in on like this game when you guys don't see me playing it is still pretty significant. And so like I think it was last night. I'm up at like 12:30 at night, and I'm like working on sending it and got it. Wait. Maybe it was yeah, it was last night. Yeah, and so I sent it at like 12 or 12:30, I think. And then Alex responds like a little bit later and is like, "Oh, okay, this is great. It's gonna be so helpful. And can I contact you on Monday for questions and suggestions?" Sure, I guess.
It's what the document is for.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely open to helping more, but it's like, man, it's a freaking full-time job here, man. So anyway, so we'll let you know if we get any other news. Like I've mentioned previously, still waiting on getting that hero and trying out that dragon versus dragon, which we're really cutting down on the line. Which I keep trying to remind Alex. Yeah, essentially 2 more streams to show off some of the stuff before pretty much it's closed off. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll give more details once we have it ourselves. All right, guys. Well, you guys have a good night, and we'll see you later.
Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night.
All right, later.